cool. Adel, here in Seville. Starting off, how do you reflect on your 2023 season?
Hi, I think the 2023 season was a very consistent season, and winning 3 gold medals in the Spanish Championships in 3 different disciplines, and winning that silver medal in the European Indoor, and making the semi-final in the Budapest. I think it was pretty good year, and now hopefully working for the next season.
So looking back, firstly at Istanbul, the European kind of indoor silver medal there, how do you kind of put that into words now?
Well, and the European Indoor was a competition that I really prepared really well. Now I have my set of medals. In the 3,000 meters, I have the gold, I have the silver and the bronze in the 3 different European indoors, and really happy to be competitive against Jacob and the best athletes in the European level. But it was pretty good, really, and really proud about my performance there.
And talking of Jakob as well, you're 1500 meter runner, 3000 meter runner. How do you view the landscape? We're just chatting off camera about how crazy the 1500 meters is right now in the world. How do you kind of put that into perspective?
I think the system of training is changed a lot in the past few years. I cannot say like it's just the Ingebrigtsen system or Norway system, but I think people are more focusing in the aerobic phase, and not much in the anaerobic phase. No, before maybe coaches they was making some base training, and when we get closer to the big goal or we get closer to the meetings where we want to try to do a fast time, maybe we forget that endurance and that aerobic stuff, and we focus more in anaerobic. And right now that is changed a lot. The threshold stuff and the aerobic stuff is need to be a base in during the whole season, the 12 months, and with small details in the race tempo and some speed. I think it shows us that it works, that you can get in shape easier, and you can get like the shape, you can keep it for longer period of time. I think,
I was about to say, has your training changed over the last 2 to 3 years as well?
Yeah, I think of course, because before we was not implementing the lactic system. Right now it's really hard to know someone that is not taking their blood lactic in the training for controlling the threshold, and don't overtrain in the threshold, no? Because some people, they say today I have threshold, but if you ask him what is your threshold, like even they don't know it. Just going. But right now, like all the people, they try to work between the 2 and 4 millimole mark, and that thing is showing you that you can improve really fast, and you can get better. Like your aerobic base is you can get like better really quick.
For sure. And would you say you're more of a 1500 meter runner, a 3000 meter runner? You've run 45 minutes for 10 miles this year for the first time ever. What is the distance at the minute?
It's always, I think, if you see my 6 medals in the international stage, there is no in the 1500 meters. All they are in the longer distance, in the 5K or 3K or cross country. But I think I am an athlete that when I put a lot of endurance in my body absorb and really like assimilate all that job, and I can run really fast and really long and good. But how I say always, the butterflies I feel when I run 1500 meters is something I cannot explain.
The
to,
adrenaline rush.
Yeah, the adrenaline and the butterflies feeling. It's really massive. And when I get in the 1500 meters lane, I feel this nervous, and the adrenaline is keep me there. Even when now I see the ages of the competitors I am running against. I see the 1990, it's me, Charles Tivichot from Canada, 1990, and Charles Wrethen from Luxembourg. Also, I think it's 1991 or something like that. And all the other guys there, 2000, 2001.
It'd be 2010 soon, trust me. I mean, it won't be that far away.
Then is like maybe the natural movement is like to move a longer distance.
Yeah.
But the 1500 meters, I love the distance, and it's one distance like it's keep me going. And for now, I am feeling competitive athlete, and I'm gonna continue as long as I feel I am enough competitive.
And you mentioned, obviously, you got the qualifying time for Paris for the Olympics for that. I guess that is going to be the big one, the big goal for next year. And we were talking about how packed the field is going to be. What was your first reaction to Josh beating Jakob in Budapest? But secondly, on to Paris, it could be quite an open 1500 meters potentially.
I feel really happy when Josh beat Jakob, because I am a pretty fan of the British system. I've been working with Steve Vernon, and also I had a lot of appreciation for all the British athletics and the British athletes, because I feel they are working really good, and it's something I feel always so jealous that the system they have we don't have in Spain. And when Josh beat Jakob, I feel really happy, because I was remembering the party we get after Tokyo.
Nice.
And I entered to the building of the British building, and we stole some beers with Josh, and it was really fun. And always, I think athletics. One of the part I really love is that you can have friends around the globe. And Jake, George, or George Mills, or Neil Gurley, they are really so professional athletes, but they are good friends that always feel happy to see them in the global stage. Then I was really happy to see Josh Kerr winning that gold medal. And for the Paris 2024, I don't know if Jakob gonna do the same mistake, but I think as long as he don't have pacemakers in the final, like Hicham El Guerrouj, or in the Tokyo when his dad make agreement with Cheruiyot move the race fast in the beginning, in the few first meters, and after Jakob take it on and go. If he don't have some agreement, Jake, Josh, or me, or other athletes, we can have the opportunity to beat him. But also we need to be fair and say that Jakob, when he have a pacemakers, he have one high pace that other athletes we cannot keep it up. Then middle distances like this is you need to find your strength, and if they find your weakness, the other athletes
they will pounce on them.
Exactly.
I mean, we were talking about earlier, kind of, to a few of the guys doing the marathon. I know you've done the half marathon a couple of times, and obviously the 10 mile. We'll get onto that in a bit, but the mind versus the body, how do you process that kind of element? Because obviously the middle distance it's so tactical as well. So how do you prepare for something where there are so many eventualities of what could occur?
The difference is that when I run the half marathon, or when I run the 10 miles, is just basically just to listen your body and try to don't overtake the pace you can go. And if you keep that simple rule, you're gonna be fine. But in the 1500 meters, you cannot think about the pace. You against the other guy in your side or behind you, in front of you. Then 1500 meters is just go until your legs burn and until your body cannot afford to have even one step more. Then I think the 1500 meters, how I told you, the adrenaline, that you don't know the pacemaker how it's gonna move, you don't know the other guys how they're gonna react, and the tacticals is gonna be they will close your last 200 meters, you will get cut. It's too many variables that make this distance really fun and really attractive. But the longer distance is just pretty easy. Just keep going.
If it's pretty easy, you should do the marathon at some point. Then kind of do that in the future. Is that something that, you know? What was your reaction when you ran 45 minutes for 10 miles? Because it's a really good time, and it's something which I think for a lot of people they'd say, well, Adel could do the half marathon and the marathon maybe, you know, in 3 or 4 or 5 years time as a you know, a longer kind of thing for your career.
I think that the guys I got beaten in the Dam Loop in Amsterdam, both they have 58 minutes in the half marathon, and I knew that after the World Championship I had potential to run in 59 minutes in the half marathon. I knew that, and the 10 mile just corroborated. It's like I was going like 250, 251 pace, very easy.
Yeah.
I think I can keep going because the last 1 kilometer was 240, because I had strength for change and tried to be in the podium. How I finished finally in third position. But I don't know, the longest distance it's something that is just working on it. But the middle distance is it is a balance of everything that need to be all perfect for you try to perform in the time you wanted. Then this season I feel like I was in the shape for sub 3:30, but I didn't make it. But in the marathon, on the half marathon, like the guys they finished behind me. 4 weeks later they ran all 2:04, 2:05, and I know I have maybe that potential to run 2:06, 2:05.
Wow,
and,
nice.
And the people they told me like, why you don't go to the marathon, maybe you're gonna get late. But I still enjoying in the track, and I'm gonna keep that.
So what's possible when you are still on the track in the 1500 meters? Because again, we were chatting off camera earlier about Jakob running, you know, crazy times, 3:27 kind of low, and then obviously below that as well later on. I mean, you know, 3:30 is your PB from Tokyo.
Yeah.
What can you do? Can you do 3:28, 3:29? Is that possible?
Yeah, I think yes. I think this season I was in the shape of 3:29. I beat Katir and Mario, and really good in the Spanish Championship. And was not a tactical race. I beat them in the 3:33 race. And 1 week later I ran 3:31. I get tired at that race when in the Diamond League London, because 3 days earlier I was running Luzerne and I win the race with 3:35, changing the last 400 meters really fast. And Katir is a 3:28 guy and Mario is 3:29 guy, and both of them I beat them in the Spanish Championship, and but there was my.
Well, that race was incredible, by the way. That was an amazing race.
That race like was my pick, because that race is like same to the British trials, that you must pick for the Spanish Championship, or you must pick for the British Championships or US trials, because if you don't pick there, you don't expect to pick in the Budapest because you're gonna stay at home. Then I knew that when I ran 3:31 in London, I was in the shape of 3:29. And 1 week later, Mario and Katir, both of them 3:28, 3:29 this season, both of them I crashed them in the last 400 meters. Then I was in that shape, but the 1500 meters, that is the beauty. Sometimes, and I think Josh Kerr, when he ran the final, also he was in the shape of 3:27. But find the race and find your day. That is the hard point of the 1500 meters, because you need to find the perfect pacing and the perfect weather, perfect track, and everything needs to go very smooth for really make the time you have in your legs.